Good boy, Bisky. That's a good boy. Good morning. This is Sally Morgan, physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. Hey, Jim and James, you got snow up there? We're having cold rain. So many songs about cold rain, but I'm so glad it's not snowing. So, I did not have to go to work yesterday, but I did have to do an emergency grocery run in the morning because I am planning to not go out for 6 weeks. It's getting very serious around here. We have 2 people in my local hospital and 4 in the bigger trauma center in Springfield. Hundreds of healthcare workers are sent home in isolation from the Springfield Hospital, and in Berkshire County, there's several hundred healthcare workers sent home because of their problems being contaminated there before they could get tests. So, and a friend of mine, her daughter works in New Orleans with a coworker who tested positive, and so she's sent home for 2 weeks. And she said to me, I'm so glad she has a dog, which is something I think we all need to think about right now, which is these guys. So that young woman, she's probably 35 now, maybe older. She's in her house in a busy part of town, very city kind of dwelling. She is an activist. She works for a union organizing people, so she has never lived in a grand style. And I'm sure even taking her dog for a walk, she has to plan to do that when it's dark and unpeoply in New Orleans, which isn't very often. But my friend said, thank God for the dog, because this young woman is in, Canada. Yeah, where our borders are closed. But we still love you, Canada, lots. We really do. Hope you love us. Anyway, my poor friend's kid, Kate, is in her house with her dog. And I just thought, thank God for the dog. And my friend said the same thing, because she can't be with her roommates or anyone. And really, your dog is your only company. Now, Kate, I'm sure, is doing plenty of work from home. Being young, she's definitely got tons of emails she can send out and things that she can do from home. But without that dog to relieve the loneliness and boredom that some people experience, I don't know what she would be doing. Plus, dogs bring us a sense of humor. I mean, this dog, he's hilarious. If I don't pick up the first toy he brings me like 14 more. And he's got this whole guessing game of, well, Mom played with that one yesterday. Maybe it's good again today, because he doesn't realize that my lack of throwing toys often has to do with how much work my left shoulder has done that day. Not any reason I don't want to play with him or I don't like a particular toy, although there are some that are a little easier to throw. So we have to be grateful that our dogs are with us. I have another person close to me who works in a healthcare setting in a high capacity job, and coming home to that dog is what makes life worth living at this point, aside from the excellent work she does all day with people. But that dog is love, and that dog is her connection to herself and to nature and to the things that ground her so that she can do her job. All of us really, really, really depend on our dogs and the unconditional love they give us. As we talked about before, our dogs and us, when we look at each other, create more serotonin and oxytocin. They say that oxytocin is the trust hormone, serotonin is the feel-good hormone for the lay people, but really, our relationship with our dogs and the way we feel when they look at them is chemically based. And we get a lot of feeling good by being with our dogs. So many, many people, those hundreds of healthcare workers that are trapped in their homes around me in 2 counties or more, they all probably have pets. I know many places where I've worked in inpatient work, when you go to the nurse's station, it's not pictures of the grandchildren and the husband, baby one. but there are dozens of pictures of the pet cat and the pet dogs and, the dog at the beach and the cat in some funny upside down position. So those animals are where we really find the love in our lives that touches us in a very deep way and sustains us in a time of hardship like this. And so many, many people like me are in our house with our dog. And I'm lucky. I live in a rural area. I have 8 acres around me. I could go outside and do whatever I want and not have to worry. And I have neighbors across the street with a child, and they come out and play in the driveway, and it's really fun to watch them. And I'm planning, when the weather's a little better, to go out there and hula hoop a little bit for the kid and for them and do some other things. So we had a great 1-hour talk yesterday just to do that. I mean, she's got the in-laws and people there with her too. I don't. And they have a dog, a little barky dog. But where would people be without our dogs? I mean, our dogs and our cats and our bunnies really provide us with a lot of love and sustain us in this time when things are not that easy. So be thankful to the dogs. And we're going to end this episode of Conversations with a Corgi with a heart hug for all of the healthcare workers that are out there. Sorry, I had a call coming in. I had to eliminate. I don't know what that does when I'm doing one of these. I so seldom get a call in this time of day. And of course, the propane guy came this morning to fill my tank, which was lovely. And I don't usually start one of these when he's here because somebody here has a lot to say to the propane guy. So the barking can be really loud. So let's end with a heart hug today in gratitude for all of the people that are working in healthcare. I so feel for them. I got the bird flu. I got the pig flu. I've had 100 other kinds of flu and other diseases. Almost got scabies once from working in a healthcare setting. And I just have so much compassion for the dedication of those people. A friend of mine is a nurse who does research trials, and she is starting a trial for her company for a drug to treat people with severe coronavirus that are hospitalized, and that's starting in a few days. And she has a dog that is a lovely, sweet dog, and I know that dog is giving her a lot of support at this time. And I said, "Are you scared or nervous?" She's like, "Oh, I'll probably get it, but I'm super healthy, so it'll be okay. And I have to do this. What I'm doing could save hundreds and thousands of people's lives." And I was like, great dedication. So let's do a heart hug for all the healthcare workers. So to do that, you cross your hands over your heart. You imagine a clock here, a circle. We're going to go from the 6 around the circle and back to the 9 on that clock. And just think about something you love when you do that, and gratitude for all the people that are working so hard. Policemen, grocery store workers, firemen, firefighters, and police people, I should say. Oh, and the mail people. Thank God we get the mail. A person said to me yesterday who delivers our mail, people are very attached to their mail. She has had more people greeting her 6 feet from the mailbox to say thank God for the mail because they're feeling isolated. And I have people sending care packages all over the place. Somebody sent me a whole lot of dried soup in the mail yesterday. What a surprise that was. Great present at this time. So one more heart hug for the healthcare workers around us, and one more for our pets that bring us so much comfort when things like this are going on. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy. We will be back tomorrow for another episode of Conversations with a Corgi. I am very pleased with this new phone. I'm not pleased with this mic setup because I really want to do some yoga with your dog that you can do while you're watching. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that with only a 2-foot cord between me and the phone. And I can't figure out what kind of mic to buy, so I need to go to a store and they're all closed. So we'll just hang in there with this for a while. Thanks for joining us. Everybody have a great day. Give some extra love to your pet because they do so much for us. Right, Biscuit? Bye-bye.